Hello everyone, welcome to our class. Here we are discussing our chapter Animal Kingdom. In previous session we discussed different classes and different phylums. Here we are discussing the subspecies Tetrapoda. Tetrapoda is the subspecies of which group? Vertebrata. Okay, Vertebrata is divided into two subspecies. One is pisces and the other one is Tetrapoda. The pisces again classified into chondric thighs and ostich thighs. Chondric thighs means they have cartilaginous. Skeleton, and the ostich thighs means they are having bone. Okay, next we are discussing the subphylum, the subspecies Tetrapoda. Subspecies Tetrapoda contain the classes Amphibia, class Reptilia, class Aves or birds, and the class Mammalia. So first here we are discussing the features of class Amphibia. First of all, what is Amphibia? Amphibia means the organism which can live both in land and water. Okay, Amphi means dual or both. So bios means life. Amphi means dual. It indicates that these animals live at different times in their life cycle in two different environments, water and the land. That's why they have the name Amphibia. Okay. Then the next we are discussing the main features of the Amphibia. So the most important features of this group is that they are poikilotherms or cold-blooded. Poikilotherms or cold-blooded. What is you mean by poikilotherms? They can't be control their body temperature. Their body temperature always get fluctuating. That type of organism is poikilotherms. In the next character, that is most of them have two pairs of limb. Okay. Two pair means four. That's why they have the name tetra. Tetra means four. Poda means appendages. That means four appendages. So here this amphibia having two pair of limbs. Clear it is. Then the respiration in amphibia takes place by three means. The three means cutaneous, through the skin, that is known as cutaneous. With the help of lungs, that is known as pulmonary. Okay, and with the help of buccal cavity, they can respire. That is known as buccopharyngeal. I hope you understand this term. Once again, I am repeating the term. First one is cutaneous. Cutaneous means with the help of the skin. Okay. Then the next is pulmonary, with the help of the lungs. Then the third one is buccopharyngeal. Buccopharyngeal with the help of the buccal cavity. So the cutaneous mean when the animal is in water, the moist place and during hibernation. What do you mean by hibernation? Hibernation means the summer sleep of the organism. The organism doesn't work for some months or some days. That is known as summer sleep or winter sleep. One is hibernation and the other one is aestivation. One is summer sleep and the other one is aestivation. Okay. So here the winter sleep occurs, that is hibernation. Winter sleep, that is hibernation. So the cutaneous respiration means the respiration through the skin. Pulmonary respiration means the respiration through the lungs. Buccopharyngeal means the respiration through the buccal cavity. That happens when the animal in rest. Okay, and the body is divided into head and trunk. Body of the organism get dividing into head and trunk. The amphibians have eyelids. All we have eyelids. Amphibians have an eyelids and they have a transparent membrane. The transparent membrane is known as nictitating membrane. The transparent membrane that is known as nictitating membrane, which can be drawn over the eye or pulled down, is also present. Kannine cover ചെയ്തിട്ട് കാണുക. Nictitating membrane. The term is nictitating. Okay, for your more understanding, I tell the term in Malayalam. Okay, for more understanding. Clear. The next is tympanic membrane or eardrum make the first appearance in amphibians. Tympanum means external ear. Okay. The tympanic cavity. External ear is pinna. External ear. The portion of ear expelled out. That is known as external ear. That is known as pinna. The pinna is not present in the case of amphibia, but they have tympanic membrane, inside membrane, that is known as tympanum. And the eardrum make the first appearance of the ear in amphibians, and the skin is devoid of scales. The skin is always moist due to the secretion of cutaneous gland and supplied with capillaries. Okay, when you get the chance to pick a frog, you can see that the frog's surface skin is covered with a moist substances because of the secretion of the cutaneous gland. Then the next is the heart consisting of three-chambered. A heart three-chambered means two auricle and one ventricle. In case of pisces, they are having two-chambered heart, one ventricle and another is one auricle. But here, in case of amphibia, they are having two auricle and one ventricle. And these amphibians are ureotellic. The ureotellic means that depends upon their excretion. That is ureotellic. The excretory material is urea. Okay. Excretory material is urea. When the excretory material is ammonia, that is known as ammonotellic. We have a physiology chapter. We are studying the detail in that chapter. Okay, then alimentary canal, urinary and the reproductive tracts open into the common chamber that is known as cloaca. You can see the term cloaca here. They have no separate opening for the alimentary canal, urinary canal and the reproductive canal. All the waste material, all the products are passes to the same chamber. Alimentary canal, urinary chamber and the reproductive tract. Same chamber, that is known as cloaca. And the sexes are separate. Fertilization is external and the indirect development takes place oviparous. Oviparous means they are a capacity to lay eggs. Okay, so this is about the class amphibia. Again, I am repeating the important points of class amphibia. Class amphibia. Listen carefully. The first up to this time I took the class very speedy. Then I am taking. I am pointing all the points also. You are able to tell with me. Okay. First point. Body is divisible into head and trunk. Tail may be present or absent. Okay. Then tetrapoda. What is the next point? Tetrapoda. They are having 4 appendages or 2 pairs of appendages. Then eyes with eyelids. Okay. Then what was the name of the membrane? Nictitating membrane is present. Then tympanum represents the ear. Then alimentary canal, reproductive tract, urinary tract terminate into cloaca. The respiration takes place by gills, the lungs and the skin, cutaneous, pulmonary and the buccopharyngeal. The heart consisting of 2 auricle and 1 ventricle. And these amphibians are poikilotherms. Poikilotherms means cold-blooded. Then the excretion is ureotellic. Sexes are separate. Then the fertilization is external. And the female have the capacity to lay eggs. If they are laying eggs, the name is oviparous. Then the development is indirect. Indirect development means there is a larval stage is present. The larval stage of amphibia, that means frog, that is known as tadpole stage. Example for this group is rana. Rana is the frog and buffo, toad. Okay. Then the hyla, tree frog, all these are the example for this group. Then here I have written the last line, you just look here, Ichthyophis, limbless amphibia, limb. They have no, this amphibia have no limb, that is limbless amphibia, Ichthyophis. So this is the main features of the subspecies Tetrapoda class amphibia. So if asking the question about what are the features of amphibia, you just imagine the picture of the frog and write down the features of the frog. That is very important. Okay, so I hope all you can understand the features of the class amphibia. After our recorded class watching, the textbook reading is very important. Read all the points. That is very important. The next one is class reptilia. Class reptilia. Okay, so the reptilia means creeping organs are creeping organs are included in the group reptilia. So how their body looks like, how the reptilian's body looks like. Some are dry, okay, and body is divisible into head, neck, trunk, tail, and some having the scale. In case of snake, they having the scale, but all organisms have no scale. Okay, then the next is pentadactyl limb. Pentadactyl limb means the hand having fingers. Okay, the number of fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is pentadactyl limb. So our lizard is an example. Palli is an example for the reptilia. Just watch the limb of the reptiles like lizard. You can see the pentadactyl condition. Penta means 5. Okay. Then here also the ear represents tympanum and the alimentary canal opens into the cloaca. In case of amphibians, alimentary canal, urinary trachea, reproductive trachea all opens into cloaca. But here the alimentary canal only open into the cloaca. And here the chamber of heart is 3, 2 auricle and 1 ventricle. Except in the case of crocodile. Crocodile having 4-chambered heart. Crocodile having 4-chambered heart. And here the waste material is uric acid. In case of amphibia, their waste material is urea. But here the waste material is uric acid. Okay. Next one is Jacobson organ. Jacobson organ. The sense organ is Jacobson organ. The function of the sense organ is to detect the smell. You see that when we see in the pictures of the snakes always the tongue of the snake always comes out. Okay, the tongue collect the particles and give to this Jacobson organ, and this Jacobson organ detect the smell. പാമ്പ് നാവ് എപ്പോഴും പുറത്തേക്ക് ഇടും അല്ലേ? അങ്ങനെ പുറത്തേക്ക് ഇട്ടിട്ട് അത് എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? അത് കളക്ട് ചെയ്യും അതിന്റെ സ്മെല്ലിന്റെ ആ പാർട്ടിക്കിൾസിന്. That particles are sensed by our Jacobson organ. Clear? Then the next is the reptiles are poikilothms. Poikilothms means they have the ability to lay their poikilothms means cold-blooded. They can't control their body temperature constant. Always their body temperature getting fluctuating. Suppose atmosphere condition is 24 degrees Celsius, their body temperature also 24. If atmosphere condition is 0 degree, then it will be going to 0 degree like that. Okay, that is poikilothermic organism. They can be controlled their body temperature constantly. Then the next is ecdysis or molting. Ecdysis or molting means snakes shed scaly the skin by a process termed molting or ecdysis. It happened in the case of snake. They are shedding their scaly epidermis. Okay. Then the sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. Females are mostly oviparous and egg are cladoic egg. Cladoic egg means the eggs are covered by calcareous. Calcium deposition is seen. The eggs are covered by calcareous. That is cladoic egg. Cladoic egg. Example for this group is Chelone. Chelone means turtle. Ama. Calotus, garden lizard. Naja, cobra. Then Drago, flying dragon. All the house lizard, wall lizard, flying dragon, poisonous lizard, all the reptiles are included in the group class Reptilia. So again I am repeating the main points. Dry and cornified skin. Body is divided into head, neck, trunk, tail. Pentadactyl limb. Alimentary canal opens into cloaca. Then the tympanum represents the ear. Then the heart is 3-chambered. Except in the case of, tell it loudly, except in the case of crocodile. Then the waste material is uric acid. Then the sense organs are Jacobson organ. And they have the ability to molting. The skins are shed off. That is known as the ecdysis or molting. Sexes are separate and the egg is covered by calcareous or leathery shell. That is known as cladoic egg. Example for this group is Chelone, then the Calotus, cobra, dragon, and all these are the example for this group. Clear? I hope all you can understand the topic class Reptilia.